a poem. I'll do a couple of recitations, maybe 3 to 4 poems. Let's see how it goes. The title of the first poem is Call Me Genie. Those old crushes, limerick lies, stolen candies, chips, and some date butterflies. From forgotten gardens of a lost memoir shop with never olding Uma wearing a sari on top. To my mother, whose innocence trickled onto me while I wear the face of my father like a wrinkling tough trophy. And yet here I breathe, pretending to own my world, a box of chocolate, loads of figurines, some fancy watches, some freckled attires, and fading photographs, iglooing me in a summer whose winter I feel. Yes, where I dwell, the seasons shower upside down, up for us and down for you, of course, while I oar towards an oasis of a promised tomorrow, while today mazes on, yearning to live like a tramp, only in desires. But trust me on this, I exist just for me, always in a box lamp. This is my first poem for today. I mean, I did do a few more recitations, but yeah. The next one I would recite is a poem called, uh, just give me a moment. I'll go through and I'll recite it for you guys. Yes, it's titled as Some Deaths I Won't Forget. It's also written by me. It was written on 24th of April this year. Perished by warm trauma of some days gone, lives were taken with cold malice, untamed, by pigs too rotten for murder to shy even, pariah vultures perhaps too will puke sensing their smell. Molten are your wounds, the victims of yesterday. Yet why does it pain me even when we were no friends? We are mere strangers. For me, you are all just names. Yet I grieve your passing, your stillness, your untimely death. I don't care of any diplomatic drama no more. Promises, pledge are just hollow words to me today. Bring me the heads like goddess Kamaksha would now. I want Rudra of my nation to awake. I don't want to hear chants and protests anymore. Too much of patience, too much of tolerance has been shown till death. Let us tonight feast on those pigs who slaughter our children. Hey, dear family, hey, Indians, awake, arise, and let's exterminate the pests. That's my second poem for today, and I'll recite a third one for you guys. Yeah, this poem is titled Matchbox with No Sticks. It was written by me on 23rd of June this year. From the scratch of a cracking thought, does your scrapbook of failed memories frail too? Like mine does, brick by brick, every more, yellowing freckily to a lightened texture of some steel turmeric shade which lies solemnly forgotten within a cupboard's cobwebbed burrow. Feed and phasing both build freely, holding along the dusty single malt whiskey, leaving a beer glass. In a stinky summer's offbeat snow, more casually perhaps, to wheel a wickering with the unshaped bubble that wrapped the rainbow's drop, we sailed autumn's ego memory merrily, knocking at your door. There loiters a somber balloon, there stupors a scooter ride, composed in a cystic synergy, unmistakably quiet, while I hold on to you all too tight soberly, in a nightened evening's dough, melting away into a amoebic serene. It's a crappy drive, back to my withering home, for I watch a train and a bus collide, making me feel very lucky momentarily since I had let go of that same bus some moments ago. But what's the point again for this melancholic joy? You are there, I am nowhere. Where's the point? What's the point of words and their sordid meanings when you aren't listening while I speak to a noir room, tucked inside time's anomaly of a Inuk's dream I igloo in, yet again, more casually than before, trying again and again to open up a latchless door. Yeah, hi. You best. Nah, yeah, I talk okay. Yeah. I'm reciting some poems that I have written, so I hope you guys like it. Uh, I don't know. I mean, I felt like talking today. I usually I've hardly come live, so I just wanted to come live and talk a bit. That's all. Yeah. I mean, yeah. So the next poem that I'll recite for you guys is Thanks Cooking with Nick. Thank you. Yeah. So the next poem I'll be reciting is titled The Story in Real Ain't So Pleasant to Tell. There dwells a cold darkness in all the cementing aspects of a tale. The trouble is, everyone is a monster to someone else, while every story has another side to tell. We haven't lived in the shoes of their light and dark, whose domain gets shaken daily by basic gifts of poverty, war, famine, and drought. Visibly, our world feels safer, but is it? Look beyond your squint tinted eyes. You will see blood stains just across your street's pavements. You will see garbled hunger of figures seemingly fit. You will see smiling lives wearing creased faces and teary eyes in a culmination of a war at the Eastern Front. You wish to think all is too well now, hunky dory and all, but trust me when I say the greed of a human for something is always high, it's endless. We selfish folks must at least reckon that bit. It's our conscious desire that at its root is at the fault at the least. But again, we ain't saint or pastorally, are we? We are pastoralist at our core, maybe, aiming precariously to breathe a free life in a caged domain where you will be lynched if you overspeak the truth. Made to go blind if you yearn to peek beyond the folds, the family that braids acting all is well, the daughter that walks to school shrouded by societal veils, all are at fault, as are we, for we never raised our voices, neither did they. The one only not at fault is the child born at this point, for he or she or they doesn't matter or have a say. The baby is yet to be assigned a choice of the road to be taken and not to be taken tomorrow, though at each of his choices' end, a world, a world of war quietly awaits. Sean Morrissey makes, I mean, that's your name, right? I mean, some people call it Sheen also, but no, it's not Sheen, Sean. But again, Sean is Shaun as well. So, yeah. I mean, there's multiple spellings. I had a friend called Sean. His name was that Shaun. Very close friend, brother. Yeah, so I will, yeah, I can talk about some things here and there, of course. Let's see. There are many things that's to. Okay, there's one more poem I can recite actually. There's a poem called Human I wrote last year. It's a little political, of course. I don't like to talk political, but yeah, this poem can go. Yeah, I can talk about it. Yeah, it's a little political, not little, a lot political actually. Let's see. Liptards crying for the poem start is human. Okay, by the way, and it starts like this: Liptards crying for pigs who live in sty. Oh, my holy father, let them die, let them die. I do not pray for saffron. I do not pray the white. I pray for reasoning only. I pray for being in light. If there is a God, then I thank Him for my brain. I thank him or her or both for the conscience. I am glad for thinking like a rational sane. I do not want to be a hermit or pretend to be an enlightened saint. But I reiterate my pledge to the humankind is to make it human once again. Bloods have filled the soil of past. Blood shall bath the land tomorrow again. If we live in this stick of madness forever, are we not barbaric enough to be called insane? Insan, a word in the East, means human in some language of a form. It seems we humans are so jargon and twisted, we crafted insane using that meaningful term. When I die tomorrow and my body is burnt to soil, I wish I take the hypocrisy of the world too, in parts in whole, all blemished and spoiled. Let's tomorrow wake up in the glitter of hope and let sun flash all away the darkness that we must cope. Within its foil of honesty, elysianated with gold. Yeah, and I will recite the last poem in this live. Which poem should I go? Should I go for some dark poem or light poem? Okay, so I'll go for a short poem. The title of the poem is Why, How, and What. And while a whirlpool of thoughts stalling my stolen senses, nowadays startles my beetled thought irrationally. Adamant I am, not the Adam of this euphoric land, lost to forgotten lens of a sporadic time. How may I wonder what you are? The statement sounds weird, yet flocculates my muse. Confused hereby, me treats to wondrous land, condemning cold facts as if hotness is the want. I've always said spell checks don't matter. For what I am, what I have, gnat, what, goat may mean different, but who cares to use them after all? Again, in a mundane rainbow, we get lost for the hues, confusing our ethos of why do we truly lust. Nefariousness succumbs on how, why, and what dissipate in a puppet stuffed cotton balls.